Let's take a look at two conceptually related tools, section and slice. They're implemented quite differently in the program, however. And I've talked about section before, but let's just revisit it now. And for this demonstration, I've created a landscape model here with displacement mapping, which is a topic that you'll learn in the texturing module. So don't worry about how I made it for this video. Let's just see how we can section it and slice it. Both of these tools cut through existing geometry. The section tool is here, categorized under shapes. I'll make a section object off to the side, and it doesn't matter how big I make it because this is merely a placeholder representing the section plane. I'll go ahead and move this plane up, and as that plane intersects with the landscape, you'll see the yellow lines appear representing the topographical contour lines. I'll go to the Modify panel and create a shape. Notice that it has a name, so it exists as an object in its own right. Now I can delete the section object and the shape remains. So this is the method that you use to create contour lines from an existing three-dimensional landscape model. Now, the opposite process, if you will, is to slice the object. So let me select this object, which happens to be a mesh object, and I'll assign the slice modifier to the object. This also works with a plane, and you can see that down here in orange. It's the gizmo of the modifier. So to access that, I need to open up the slice modifier and go to its sub-object level. Now I'll move the slice plane up, and we don't see anything yet because the default slice type is just to refine the mesh. To see that, you need to turn on edged faces. And if you look closely, you'll see right here that there's a contour line intersecting the regular geometry of the mesh. Splitting the mesh is very similar to refining it, but splitting a mesh separates the two parts, part 1 and part 2, into different elements. And this is something that we'll learn more about in the mesh topic later in this module. It's more dramatic if you decide to remove the top or the bottom, because you can clearly see the result there. I'll remove the bottom, and you can see as I move the slice plane up, more and more of the geometry is cut away. So there you have it, section and slice.